Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at two docks from Baseus.
Baseus or Baseus, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, to be quite honest with you, and I didn't quite, frankly, I didn't ask them. So they sent over two docs. There was no money exchanging hands. They just sent over the docs for review, and that's it. They didn't really say anything else. That was the deal. So you can see here that this is the 9-in-1 Joystar, I believe they call it, or Joy something. Yeah, I don't know. Baseus dock. So out of all those 9 ports, though, there is no USB-C port. There's only USB-C for power input, but we do actually get 2 HDMI ports, and we do get 2 SD card slots. Now, moving over to the other side, we have 3 USB-A ports, one being USB-A 2, and then the other one being USB 3, or the other two, sorry, being USB 3. And we can see here that this, unfortunately, is not a USB-C port. It's just a nice little convenient kind of slot to put the USB-C in for the actual dock. So in terms of like portability and just cable management, like that's a nice to have, honestly. It's the first I've seen that, and they do have it on most of their docks, so it is quite nice. But honestly, I would have rather had an extra USB-C port there. My perfect setup for this probably would be the 2 HDMIs, the SD card slots, and then getting rid of either, probably they would have to get rid of the USB 2 slot, which would be fine, and then changing one of these to USB-C. So it wouldn't be a 9-in-1, but it would turn into an 8-in-1. That would be my perfect combination, I think. To even sweeten the deal, one of these would have to be a 4K or 8K, 4K 120, 8K 60. But that is not the case here. They are 4K 60. So yeah, honestly, for this dock, it's a pretty nice like laptop dock, or a USB-C hub rather. It's not a dock. If you're wondering about these stickers, yes, they did send these stickers over with the dock. So I did, of course, put them on the dock, and yeah, it's the little, I don't know. The little comics of this little guy, yellow guy.
I wanted to quickly show you that this charger can achieve 30-watt turbo mode, so I wanted to plug it in before I did anything with the dock. So let's go ahead and plug this into our dock, and then we'll try it again. Now that it's plugged in, you can see that we have video in the background, and we also have 30-watt turbos. So this dock is...
And that's simply because of the no USB-C port. Not having USB-C ports on these devices that they're trying to market towards the handhelds is a big sin, in my opinion, because a lot of these devices, or the lower end devices like the Steam Deck or the Ally, they only have one port, the USB-C port. We can see that with the Lenovo Legion Go, they're going to be bringing in an extra USB-C port, so that's fantastic. Unfortunately, with the Asus ROG Ally, we're left with the USB-C port and a rather finicky micro SD card slot. So we can see here that, oh, thank you, okay.
Let's start off with the 6-in-1 dock. For the specs and features of the dock, we have 100-watt power delivery, we have 3 USB-A ports that are USB 3, we have HDMI 2, which is capable of 4K 60, we have Ethernet that does 1 gigabit per second, we have a tuck-away USB-C cord, and a foldable stand.
So with this transforming dock, though, you can lift this little flap up here to reveal the little kind of docking station there, and then kind of flip this up and over, and there you go. And then we can take our ROG Ally or Steam Deck or Nintendo Switch or whatever and just kind of slot those in there.
So the Switch has its port at the bottom, so we can't stand it up, unfortunately, but it does work if you just lay your Switch down. And it's just a nice feature to have on the side.
Not as much of a gap, and then just kind of slot that in there too. So it's a little bit adjustable, but unfortunately it does not fit with the Asus ROG Ally with a case on. You can see it does fit the Steam Deck, the Nintendo Switch, but once we get over and have, whoops, my apologies, just knocking over my whole station here, and we put a case on the ROG Ally, we can see that, oh my god, it actually does fit. I forgot. Oh no, sorry, no, it doesn't fit. You'll see here that, yeah, you can kind of squeeze it in there like that, but it's leaning forward. And then if you want to kind of slot it in properly, or try to have it leaning up against it, it's going to be sitting like this. So yeah, it's not really a case-friendly dock, nor have I honestly seen a case-friendly dock for the Asus ROG Ally. And yeah, to wrap up this kind of little weird video, so I just want to give a shout out to OkestGamer. If you check out his channel, I'll link it in the description below. So he's very like-minded, similar content, focuses on handhelds. He has a lot more handhelds than I do. I've only got the Steam Deck, the Switch, and the Ally, so I've got 3. He's got like 3 million. I don't know. He's got them all. So if you're interested in checking out his stuff, check out the description below. The reason for this kind of like mashed up style of video is we both got contacted by Baseus, and we're like, hey, let's do like kind of a collaboration video. And then it kind of spawned from there of doing like a collaboration video, and then it got into like merging Discord communities together. So with the Discord community merge that we're going to have happening, it's going to basically be going under OkestGamer's Discord channel. And then there's going to be at some point like a rename or like a rebadge, and it's going to be a community of us in the content creator space for handhelds. And yeah, so with the community merge, like it's just going to be a place for like-minded people to come together and just, you know, if they have problems, if you're updating to this BIOS or that BIOS, or if you bricked your system, or if you're wanting to do this mod, or if you want to overclock or dabble with things like that, like just whatever. If you want help support for your handhelds, so whether it's an Neo, Steam Deck, ROG Ally, One X player, any of those devices, like there's so many of them out now. OkestGamer has a whole bunch of them, and a lot of people in this community merge that we're going to do, they have also their access to other handhelds, so we're going to have a lot of like kind of comparative data and stuff like that too, so that'll be super nice going forward for videos. So as always, that's a huge shout out to my community members. That's Roy Watney, or Roy Wayne, I believe, Amoa, Darkstar, Rico1217, Joey VR, and Root Access, the recent member. And I can remember you guys all off the top of my head. That's one of the few things I can actually remember. Weird as it is, but so I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I appreciate you for being channel members and helping support the channel financially. It means more than you'll ever know. And for anybody taking the time to actually watch these videos and taking the time out of their busy day, what they could be watching on YouTube or anywhere else, really, like everywhere's just kind of vying for everybody's attention nowadays. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to reach out, comment, like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe, doing whatever, just interacting with the channel in some way. It means something to me, whether it's negative or positive. It just means something. So as always, I hope you all have a great day.